Very good taste.
Over here in the red, at the top right, we have
choya for you.
Turn and gimbal B. No, it's
down here at the bottom right. We have our Zerg player, former Warcraft 3 player, really talented.
Check prime weak.
all right. Choya gonna go for a 1 base again. So he does have that pylon on top.
Excuse me. He does have the probe going in the wrong direction. It is a 4-player map, so you know you're not always going to scout the right way first.
No. Unless you're G5.
I know.
Never saw that guy scout in the wrong direction.
Phoenix too. That guy always seems to scout in the right way.
That's true.
Yeah,
Phoenix
you know
does it too.
about?
Oh my God, Tasis, you're very right.
They could be hacking.
No, they both won a lot of lands.
I know, it's true. That's what I thought too, and then they just kept winning lands, and I'm like, oh my God. Okay. A lot of this is going to depend on what the Zerg opts do. He does go pool first.
Yeah. Pretty safe opening there.
Yeah, for sure.
We might actually, he's making gas as well, and that gas timing points towards roaches. So I'm interested to see if he is actually going to go for some sort of roach rush here. Maybe even some sort of 1-base cheesy play. He might have some all-in ready for this map. Can be very hard against Protoss. So sometimes Zergs like to prepare a cheese here.
Our Protoss player going to get in here with an Overlord. Check. Probably wants to see when the next gas is going to get taken.
Yeah, that's very important to see. Oh, we actually have the expansion going up for check.
Okay.
Interesting with that gas timing. Huh. Might just be a delayed Zergling speed upgrade. It's definitely a possibility.
Could be. He might put the drones back on gas after that. I mean, back on minerals.
Yeah, I would imagine so. You really have to balance your economy quite a bit, and he's saving a lot of Chrono Boost Tasteless.
Uh-oh, yeah, you're dead. You're dead
We
on
might
there.
see like a turbo Warp Gate rush here. You know, there's a few really fast Warp Gate rushes. There is the very Zealot and Stalker heavy one, but there's also a Zealot and just a mostly Zealot and a couple Sentry one.
Lings heading towards the ramp. Gonna take a peek.
Ooh, we're actually... This is looking tasteless. Like we're going to see the exact same build as last game.
Yeah.
Now, since this was a
you're right.
more standard opening, it's going to be harder for Czech to stop because he's not going to be able to get as many drones. It's going to come a lot quicker from our Protoss. Last game, our Protoss was a lot slower.
And as you can see, he's just peeking again over here with the Overlord. He wants to see no gas taken yet.
Yeah, and that is the tell to this build. You can't really expand if you do not have 2 gases for enough sentries. And the 3 gateways are going up tasteless. Roach Warren being made for check, and ooh, he's got to be really careful about that Roach Warren, because if our Protoss player actually goes ahead and makes more Stalkers, then he can out-micro the Roaches pretty darn well. And it's going to be quite hard because they do get that attack bonus upgrade against the Roaches.
Now, one thing we want to take note of is that this region here, it's a very wide region to defend. You got to be careful. The ramp and covering this.
Yeah.
That could be bad.
Now, I'm a little bit worried for Czech right now. His economy is actually much worse than it normally would be for covering this attack. Let's take a look at the unit tab. He only has 16 drones. Normally, against this attack, you have 20 drones, and you make speedlings non-stop. Now, he's actually mining gas and only has 16 drones and made a Roach Warren. Roaches are quite expensive. So his economy is going to be very, very low. But we'll have to see if he has enough units to actually crush through the attack that we are going to see here from choya.
No Spinecrawler yet.
Do notice that up at the Protoss choke, he has walled in with that pylon.
Oh, he doesn't want to be counterattacked, yeah.
Very all-in rush here from choya. And check, he has 26 Zerglings right now. He is making some Roaches. So we're going to have to see, Tasteless, can he hold this rush?
Zerg does not have vision of this pylon. If it completes,
Check
you can
right
warp
now.
in a lot of units. Go ahead.
If we take a look down at, there we go. Spine crawler being made. That's going to bring him down to 15 drones. A lot of which are mining gas. She'll actually take all of them off gas right now.
He's got to be careful.
I think he's going to use that single sentry to block off that ramp.
I was about to say, yeah.
And it is time for Check to do something here. And there we go. He does wall it off. But look again, the speedlings of Check hitting all the stalkers.
Yeah, the roaches, of course, are what's good against the zealots.
And Check just waits for Choya to get out of position.
This is why I would never want to do this against a Warcraft 3 player. Their micro is so good, but you know what?
He still looks like he's going to have enough Tasteless.
Yeah, you're right. He does look like he's going to have enough.
This rush, it is fierce, and you need a slightly better economy than what Check has. He's not able to really keep producing, but still trying to hold this off. We're going to have to see. Can he do it?
He is a War 3 player. They do have better micro.
And
but, you know, sometimes micro is just not enough in a game like Starcraft. A lot of it, as you said, Artos, is about economics.
That's right. Now, he is picking off a lot of these Zealots here. It's becoming quite close, Tasteless. Zealots taking out that Roach. And Choya still has just too many units.
He has 10 lings on the way.
Microed correctly, along with the Zealots, should be able to take out these Roaches. And Choya, he's way over engaging with those Zealots on the Roaches. He's got to be careful about that. Keep the Zealots on Zerglings. Just hang them out near your Stalkers, because your Stalkers are going to deal the damage to the Roaches.
I don't know if he should be running up here with these lings. He should really use this to try to hold up the attack. But you know what? It's too late.
Check trying to counter a little bit, realizing that he's going to lose that natural. And it looks like there's just going to be too much Taste. I don't think that Check has a very good shot at holding this. Those Zealots are going to rip through any Zerglings that Check has.
Now, I have to say, Choya's micro hasn't been the best, but his strategy and his timing attack was.
Yeah.
Check could have held this, but he wasn't quite prepared. His economy wasn't very good.
And here we go. This is going to be most likely the final attack. The Roach is being microed very well. He wants to. There we go. We're going to see again the Speedlings going for the Stalkers. That's what they need to engage. But where are the Roaches? They've been taken out, and these Zealots are going to prove to be enough. GG. Check loses. Game 2 to Choya Foyu. Same build 2 games in a row. Will use it in the third. Check's going to keep that in mind. You know, Check's big mistake there was not having enough drones.
Yeah.
When you're going Roach, you actually need even more drones than you need when going Zerglings. They're a more expensive unit. You have to support more Overlords with them. You also have to support gas, which obviously it takes drones to mine gas.
Yeah.
So, you know, messing up just a little bit there. Almost held because he got some really good surrounds in with the Zerglings against the Stalkers. But he's, you know, we saw the way Lenok Foyu held this rush, and he actually should have even lost to it.
Yeah.
But he held it in, theoretically, a very good way.
4-gate is just something very hard to deal with as Zerg.
Yeah, it comes very quickly with this build as well.
It's been there since the beginning of the beta, and it's not going anywhere, that's for sure.
No.
So,
be around forever.
Yeah. It's just going to be part of the game. He did a good job using that pylon to block that off. If Check had tried to counterattack, he would have held it.
Yeah, definitely. And when you have too many Zerglings over there actually counterattacking, you can simply warp in something over there and then attack you because you don't have all your units together. You need all your units. You need maximum Zerg production at that time to actually stop this rush. It's a very powerful rush, kind of a brute force, as Nadagas would say, a Mongoloid rush, where you're just like, you know, a caveman with a big stick, like just trying to hit your opponent to death, clubbing him.
We are going to get this third game started momentarily here. The map is going to be Xel'Naga Caverns. We've seen a lot of games on that map before, and the countdown's begun. So get ready for some more PvZ action. Will this game be as short as the other two? Well, let's find out.